totally excited about this. We've got a
Yes.
couple of people coming in, which is really awesome.
Yes. Hello. Hello, Tessa. Hello, Monica.
Okay, I have to go back on the Zoom. I'll call you back later.
Okay.
No problem.
Who do we have here? Some of our team are here. Eric, Stephanie,
Okay, is
Tessa.
Eric on your team?
Yes. Oh, hi, Monica. How
Hi,
are you?
Monica, how are
good, doing
you?
good.
Love your background, so peaceful.
I know. I wish I was there.
Good morning, Monica.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah. Glad that we're happy that you're able to join here.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too, because this is our very first mastermind as well.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, welcome to our very first mastermind. So this is what we want to share here is, of course, manage your focus and energy. Challenges, success you experience, and in basically what's taking your energy, right? Janki, it's taking your energy.
Yes.
How do you cope up with it?
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. So welcome, you guys. It's really, really a pleasure to kind of start off and, really be able to focus in. And I really, really just want to talk about why is it so important to keep our energy focused all day? We get so tired, right? So I want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you guys do like on a daily basis to keep your energy focused into real estate and you stay consistent about it, like you consistently kind of go back and zoom back into your own self to see where's my energy, how is it flowing within me. I do a couple of things, so I'll just start off with that, and then it's a mastermind, so let's all talk, right?
Yeah.
I basically just start off at hi Tess, good morning. I basically start off at 5 in the morning, and 4 or 5 in the morning, and the first thing I do, and sometimes 3:30, just to put it out there. Like this morning, it was 3:30, 3:30. I wake up and I just kind of like you know manifest. And I have a book. It's called Manifesting and Focusing Your Energy on Productivity and Positiveness, right? And so I'll open up a page in that. I'm sitting on my bed. I'll open up a page in that and I'll read off of it. And I won't read it out aloud, otherwise my second half will really get annoyed with it. So I just basically just read to myself and put it out there, and then I meditate. I meditate for no more than maybe 3 to 5 minutes, just to inhale, exhale, and kind of, focus my energy on myself right there at that moment. So it starts with here, with the third eye. And then I illuminate it to where I am basically radiating like a glow, a light coming within that chakra right there. Try to open that chakra. And then from there, it just goes through the body. And that's it. And then I go back to sleep for about an hour because it calms me down. So let's talk. What do you guys do to keep your energy focused in the morning to keep it going throughout the course of the day? Hi, Gus. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Oh, but before that, darling, let's have them, because now we have Gus, we have Monica, we have everybody here. I think we are many here. So let's start with our little game here. We want to answer.
Let's start.
We want you to answer first. Okay, so here we'll start with the first one. Just choose. Okay, so because we like to, since this is a mastermind, we definitely like to reflect on what's taking that energy and focus, right? So let me start with the first one. So tell me if you guys seeing something that says polls.
We do.
Yeah, okay. So please choose your answer there once you're done. Everybody can answer. So this is like, what's distracting you most? I know what's distracting me most.
I can tell you, phone notifications for sure. I can't click on it, but I got it.
I know, are we
How do
supposed
I
to click on
respond,
this?
Sandra?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not, hold
It's
on.
just
it
showing me
won't-
the results. It's just showing results. It's not asking
Oh,
me a
one
question.
second. Let me okay.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Got it.
Perfect. Love it.
Perfect. I have two things here, darling. I
love
am guilty of. I am guilty of two things here.
Yeah. I'm guilty of one so far. I know, Tess, you're guilty of one as well. Let's see what everyone else has. Stephanie, Gus,
Monica.
Monica.
Okay, so I think everybody already answered.
Okay,
Let's
perfect.
see. Let's see. So we'll share the result here now of what most of us here is being distracted of. So let's see.
There you go.
Phone notifications. I am guilty. Everybody's guilty here. Someone says distracted by work.
I wonder who said distracted by work. Oh,
I really wanted to put my kids distract me from work, but it's really the other way around. My work distracts me from my kids. So it's
Oh yes.
yeah, I agree
yes.
with that. I totally agree with that as well. We have so much distractions in the morning.
Okay, so this is, I think, one good thing that we can discuss here, how we get around the phone notification, because I'm guilty. Every time, even when I'm sleeping, I
buzz.
can be awake when I get a message.
Me
right?
too.
So
actually, one thing. So this is the only one. This is probably the only thing I've done right. I've actually turned off all the notifications on my phone right now. But actually, for like the last 6 months. So at least the phone. I mean, the thought is always there, right? So that's another thing. But the phone, at least, doesn't distract me. So I recommend that to everybody. It's it takes one less the one less thing. It's not like the be all end all, but the phone is such a constant. You just have to keep it away from your hands, because you're opening it up, you'll find the notifications, right? But at least it doesn't buzz or ring, or it won't even show them on the screen, which I love. So because if I go on the phone, I really have to go to WhatsApp, or I have to open up the chat thing to really see it. Because that little check mark, that little bubble where it says you've got some messages, that's very distracting.
that is so true. That is so true, Gus.
So, Monica, let me ask you, what distracts you? What was your answer to that?
mine was phone notifications, and to cut off the notifications doesn't always work for me. What works, it has to be a mind thing. So
Right.
I don't start looking at my phone until 8 o'clock. And or that's my intention and my goal, not to start looking at it until 8 o'clock, is to finish my morning routine. So I probably do start about 7 and try to prioritize the things that I have to get back to, in which order. But I used to wake up and look at my phone all night, and that became very, very distracting, because if it was something I felt like I needed to get to right away, I'd even get up out of the bed to take care of it, which broke my sleep, which broke everything else. So that's something that I am working on, to make sure that I do not look at my notifications to 8. I haven't made it to 8 yet, but I am at 7.
So what I do also for that phone notification is, I've tried this method and it works like a charm. I try to put away my phone in another bedroom, or I leave it outside in my living room so I don't touch it. And I do not touch it until 9 o'clock. However, I do have a Calm app on my phone, right? And the Calm app is my meditation app. So how do I fight that battle? I try to keep the electronics out of my environment, where is my Zen and my peaceful moment, especially for me, because after 8 o'clock at night, I will not respond. And after 8, before 9 o'clock, I'll try not to respond, because that is my time, right? But since my Calm app is here, what I do is I will try to turn on the TV, the monitor that is in my room. It's not a TV, but it's like a monitor, where I only have the Calm app there. That's the only thing I have, is a Calm app, and I'll do my meditation through that. But yeah, it has worked to put it away in another room for me.
That would hyperventilate.
What was that?
That would make me hyperventilate. I have kids.
It did to me too.
Yeah, I have kids, and I cannot imagine being all night without my phone.
So I did have that issue. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I was constantly in that oh my God phase. And so what I did is then I fell back into my focus and my meditation. My big thing is my meditation, you guys. No matter what, even when I'm battling with my own self, I go back to even a 2-minute meditation, even throughout the day. This morning was a rough morning. I went back before I came here, right here in this environment. I sat on my sofa and I did my 2-minute meditation just to calm the mind down. So that brings me back to my focused energy on what is more important in this moment, in this time right now. And it brought my focus back to this.
Does everybody do the same meditation as Janki here?
No, but I'm actually curious about that. Yeah, could you elaborate a little bit about that? So when you say meditation, is it like, like the breathing exercise, like trying to like, bring back to, focus and, not get distracted, like the back. That's what meditation has been for me when I've tried it. It's like constantly like trying to get back to, oh wait, I'm meditating, go back to the, I'm not thinking about everything. I've gone off and thought about my to-do list for tomorrow or the grocery list or whatever, right? So it's,
yeah. So it's a constant distraction and a constant mind battle, right, with me. And what I do is, like I said, when I wake up, like this morning, I was up at 3:17, and I'll be wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, and I'll be like, okay, it's time. And that was the first thing I do when I talk about meditation, is I will wake up and I will just put my palms out and I'll start meditating and manifesting. That is the first thing. But you're right. The mind is always running, right? So how do we keep our energy focused on that positive chakra and say, okay, it's time to open that up. It's time to relax the mind and open that up. It is a battle, Gus. I'm not going to lie to you. But what I think of is a blank piece of paper. And that blank piece of paper keeps my focus on what I'm supposed to listen to. Well, right now, I have a water fountain right here on my desk. And I'm listening to that. And I know that I've got challenges coming because I'm negotiating and not writing offers, but I have offer due date today at 12 o'clock. So I know my phone is off the hook. It's right here next to me, but I'm not going to stay focused on that. I'm going to stay focused on listening to the water and this right here. So my energy is focused right here and the fountain. And that keeps me focused on what I'm about to say. And it just keeps me in that zone. So when you do get distracted while you're meditating, Deepak Chopra always says, go back to opening that one chakra, which is right here, and try to open that by illuminating a bright light, by keeping a focus on a blank piece of paper, because you have a busy day. All it takes is 2 minutes to do this and watch what happens. Just 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, that I mean, little steps, right? Baby steps, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
I guess I guess one of the things I want to work on is when I'm with my kids, right? They don't have a ton of time to be. They're little kids right now. They're 2 and 4, so they're very, very young. And I want to focus on quality of interaction. And one of the things that I deal with a lot, because they're little, it's really about doing things with them and being with them, is not have my mind constantly be on whatever fire is going on that day. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's whatever it is trying to be in that moment, be present, is very challenging for me, actually. Even though my phone never rings or anything like that, it never rings at all, not once. But the ringer in my head is going on like, hey, that other thing, that one thing, that issue.
Yeah.
And since my kids are so young, it's really only about quality of interaction with them, right? It's not really, we're not going to go out and play baseball. They're too young to do. They don't play video games. They don't play baseball. They don't play board games yet. It's literally you sitting with them and kind of just free form. It's really challenging. And I'm thinking, would meditation help with that? Of like, hey, be here, right? And if it's only going to be an hour, just be there for an hour. Like, be there, not be wherever everything else is pulling you.
Yeah.
You know what?
100% actually, Gus, because, well, You get bugged by me a lot too, so I'm part of that.
So, but my phone's never gonna ring though, Tessa. When I go back, I see you. But before then, you know, before I open up the app, I'm not seeing you. So no
I know
offense, that's usually
he
how it
never
works.
responds to my phone text, but he responds to my Facebook messages. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm a part of that distraction.
No worries, no worries.
But for me, like Janki I literally like just listen to everything that she says because meditation has been life-changing for me.
Wow.
And yoga as well. I incorporate that into my, I hope try to at least into my daily routine. But you know, also like in the morning when I wake up, I started not looking at my phone for an hour, the first hour when I wake up, because I used to just, as soon as I wake up, that's the first thing I do is look at my phone. And then I get all anxious and just, you know, kind of starting just go, go, go. And it puts me on like a defensive and not, it doesn't really start my day the right way. So now I have the Calm app too. And I have like the waterfall or the, you know, fountain during the night while I'm sleeping. And that really helps.
Yeah.
And I have for the first hour, I just have some like nice, like yoga kind of playlists that I have on Spotify. And I don't look at my phone for an hour, and it helps so much for my mindset for the day. I mean, really, like it's been a life-changing experience for me. So I highly recommend that. I know it's hard to turn it off, especially with kids. I don't have kids yet, so I don't have that issue. But even if you can do like 2 minutes, 10 minutes, Gus, like it just helps.
I'm gonna put it out there to this group, right? I don't know if this is gonna be a regular thing or not, but I like the whole meditation as a topic because or practice. Because I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna try the 2 minute thing. I'm gonna go. I've tried it multiple times. Again, it's hard. It's hard, but you know what? I'm putting it out there to the universe. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try it. 2 minutes. I can do 2 minutes. Everyone has
2 minutes. That's
2 minutes.
all.
2 minutes a day. I'm gonna combat the monkey brain and beat him down at least for a couple minutes every day.
And you know what? And it's about focus. When you're in that 2 minute time zone, just don't do it because of the 2 minutes, Gus. Do it because you're focused and try. And you know what? You and I are very much alike. In fact, a lot of us are like right here because we're such like go, 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 go. Our business is go, 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 go. It's time sensitive, you know, so many little things that keep us distracted. But, you know, the 2 minute that you give yourself that moment, and Tristan always talks about self-care with me. And that has really, really helped me in so many different ways. But more than anything, it's about taking care of the mind, right? And right now, we have to stay focused on taking care of this, because if this is not healthy, guess what? Nothing that we do is going to be productive, right? So in order to keep this healthy, what do we need to nourish it with? Well, the mind nourishes not only with the physical exercise, and I don't go running out there because it doesn't serve me any purpose of running. Yes, it gets my cardio going, but I do a lot of Pilates and a lot of like muscle building activities from within. That's a different topic. But when it comes to the mind, I usually just stay focused on that illuminating radiancy of that third eye, which has helped me so much with the blank paper. So here I am, I have a blank piece of paper. If I can't focus, the blank piece of paper comes in automatically. And then of course I have, you know, focus on this right here. And you see, you'll feel, when you focus on this at 3 a.m, you'll feel that tingling right here. You really will. And that's when you know that something is working with the universe right there. And for me, mini manifestations is so important. I have a book every morning. I'll just open up a page, and that's what the universe is telling me. So I'm a big believer in focused energy, the universe, the chakras, and the healing from within, especially for the mind. And first off, meditation. Second, I do very much so the hot stone kind of a yoga, you know, just a little bit of free stretches on yoga every morning, which just kind of like opens up my mind. So when you think it, you believe it, right? And you just open it up. Every morning is a rough morning for every one of us because our kids are running around everywhere. And some of us ready to go to drop them off at school. Mine are in the 20s. They're not ready. They're done, right? But of course I have little dogs in the house running around. So that's the first thing I do. I don't listen to any noise, any clutter, nothing. first for myself. That helps, Gus.
Yeah.
And
Well,
God's meditation, for me, meditation has changed it's changed my life, but it's also been a lifestyle. I meditate at nighttime before I go to bed. I meditate when I wake up in the morning, and I meditate all through the day. If there's something that comes up, an issue that comes up, I find that I can resolve those issues much calmer if I stop. And even if I take a 60-second meditation and
Yes.
just calm myself down, and then I can resolve those issues a lot calmer. There's, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God, and so I not only meditate, I spiritually meditate as well. And I believe in napping. I'm a nap person. I have to have my nap I do. And I always have. That's what, my kids do. I believe in the middle of the day sometimes, and I do a 3:00 nap, and everyone in my family knows not to call me at 3:00. My phone goes off from 3:00 to 4:00. I just need 1 hour, sometimes an hour and a
I
half.
know.
That's
Wow.
It
amazing.
totally refreshes me. It's so my meditation and my napping are two things that have actually really made me a better person. They really have.
Wow.
I'm so glad that works for you. Thanks for sharing that, Monica. I
No.
wish that I could take a nap in the middle of the day. My mind is
No.
just, I have it's going in 100 different directions. And I feel like if I took a nap, I wouldn't be able to get back up. I'd be like, okay, I'm done.
Me too. Me too.
Anything over an hour and a half is tough, but if you do an hour to an hour and a half, that's the perfect amount of time to be able to nap. And even if you don't go to sleep, I'll put on some kind of calming music. I have the Calm app too, but I have a lot of other apps too that go along with my meditation, my affirmation, my visualization. I do all of that. And I take that hour and I'll put on that. I'll put my headphones on to block out all the other sounds that are going on around me. And I just spend that time just calming my mind down and refreshing myself.
That's amazing. Wow.
a
I
good,
wish
yeah.
I could.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, darling, that it's a good, what Monica does here is a good thing. And of course, darling, what you do is good. And I just wonder though, and which brings me, I want to share a quick poll again with everybody, because me personally, I don't do meditate. So I wonder how everybody here do their focus. So let me share a quick poll here, just so we kind of see how many of us do actually meditate, because I think personally I don't do meditation.
So I love the idea, Monica, of a nap.
Yeah.
But like Tess said, if I take a nap, that's it. I'm done for the day. I can't get out of it. I just can't. But my daughter used to do it. She used to, when she used to go to college, she took an hour. She goes, all I need is 15 minutes, 1 hour to rejuvenate. Go away, everybody. And she'll have her jazz music on, or Frank Sinatra playing, and she'll be, up and at 'em in an hour. And I'm like, oh God, if I did that, I don't know how you do it, is my question to her.
It works.
It does. My brother still does it. His entire family after school at around 4:30.
That's right.
Yeah. And I'm just like, how do you guys do it? I could never do that. But
I think it's good if Monica, if you're able to get in that, center yourself through the meditation, and you're able to get to that place where you're not thinking about other things and you kind of are able to calm down. I think it's a lot easier to be able to take a nap. But for some people like me, it's hard for me to turn it off. Okay, but I wish I could do that. I think that would be so beneficial for everyone. The European culture, they have in the middle of the day, it's everybody.
Siesta time, right? It's
siesta
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut off, shut down.
Well, here's what majority.
And there's a study also that was conducted by Google. That's why they encourage their employees to have power naps, is what they call it. And they even have the pods, right? Because it increases the productivity of their employees whenever they do that. So it really does refresh you.
Tess, should we try it?
Let's do
It
it.
does.
Pat.
I think, Gus, I think you should try it and let your kids try it. You take a nap.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
yeah.
My kids grew up with that. They knew that every single day, you know, yeah, after school, especially after school, when they were smaller and they didn't have, a lot of different activities, that they had to stop and nap. And as adults, they nap now still. They're like, yeah,
Wow.
it's great. Get me a power nap in really quick. And like I said, you don't have to go to sleep, but you have to shut everything out and close your eyes and just calm yourself and calm your mind. Try it. It's life changing. It really is. And especially on how you handle. I have 6 kids, so I had to learn something to be able
Whoa.
to handle work
Wow.
and kids and everything else. And I think I would have gone crazy if I didn't learn.
No, I agree.
In the middle of the day, sometimes you just have to shut everything off and refresh yourself. A reboot.
Wow.
That is,
Wow.
yeah, that is
Good for you.
amazing.
And
And
Courtney,
when
sorry to cut everyone off, but Courtney, you are on mute just in case you're saying anything to us. We cannot hear you. There you go.
No, I'm not. I'm I have the goal of meditating and doing yoga and getting up, and I just haven't put it into place. So it's encouraging listening to you.
Oh,
I hear you. I hear you, and I subscribe, Courtney. But I'm gonna, definitely something I've thought about, and you hear so much about it right now, right? It's like the new yoga. It seems like meditation is like that new mindfulness meditation. A lot of interest, a lot of exposure, and I'm thinking, you know what? There's a reason behind it for sure. I read some of the philosophy behind it, like the religious aspect of it, how useful and powerful it is in that context. But even outside of the religious context, right? I think it's really, really, it sounds like a really, really useful tool. And this is the irony. It's so much in our control and in our hands. You don't have to go to a yoga studio, to do meditation. You don't have to go to all the other things, right? So it kind of starts with just you.
Do it in your living room. In your
yeah,
bedroom.
exactly. And
in your
it's so
office.
funny.
In your office.
In your office, when you're walking, I've heard you even do like walking meditation and other things. I've heard of it, never tried it, but it's so much. It's so it's crazy how in front of us it is. So it's been on my list for a while. So they're definitely going to give it a go. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll let you know how it goes. And
Yes,
see,
we'll
Remember,
hold
our mind is the
Hold you
strongest.
accountable. Go ahead.
Our
Sorry.
mind is the strongest muscle we have. And when we're exercising any muscle, we can't just always go, 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 go. We have to stop and we have to relax and we have to stretch it out and we have to, calm it down and do those things. So why do we think we can do that to our minds too?
Right.
We have to do the
100%.
same type of exercise with our mind that we would do with any other part of our body as well too. And that's what the meditation does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I love
like Courtney, I was where you were before for a while. Like I had never tried yoga or meditation. And I actually thought, I was like, okay, I want to, because I always work out, and that's like also something that's really important to me, and getting those endorphins going and getting outside, getting fresh air. When I'm sitting down too much at my desk, I try to get up like once an hour and just take like a 5-minute walk around the block or something if I can. That's so important. But also like, I thought, okay, why am I going to try yoga and meditation? Like, what is just deep breathing? What's it going to do? I mean, I want to burn calories and lose weight or something, but what am I doing with yoga? I'm just going to stretch and do some deep breathing. But when I actually tried it and all these benefits came from it, and not only just feeling better internally, just like I deal with anxiety as well. And I get stressed very easily. So that has been such a help with my anxiety. I mean, it's a natural medicine, really. So I highly recommend it.
I have done lots of yoga. It's just that since the pandemic, I just haven't done it and incorporated at my house. And I really haven't done it since I've done my prenatal and my daughter's 6. So like I had done a ton up until then. It's just, I think my ADD brain and overly busy, like I'm just not a napper. My daughter's not a napper. I mean, she's 6. She never was. Like, go to sleep. She can't, her brain just, our brains aren't wired that way. So, but I love the hour in the morning to meditate and do the yoga at home before picking up my phone and just calming it. And I love Monica, because I'm very spiritual, I'm a believer. So if I can incorporate my prayer, which I do throughout the day with little mini meditations and also focusing on the chakra, because I also believe in that. So I personally have picked up a ton of just from you guys sharing. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's the goal. That's the goal. We're happy that,
yeah.
Yeah, we're happy because when I mentioned this to Janki, yeah, we're gonna do the first mastermind. We're excited. This is the goal that we're hoping for. Then, we learn from one another. That's why we want to do this mastermind, because we don't do this in the Facebook group.
Right.
I know Gus, you're in the Facebook group. Janki's in the Facebook group. I know Courtney, you're in the Facebook group too, and we don't do any of this there. But that's why here we want to make a difference.
And Gus, I will do it one time this week and at least start that. So you've committed to 2 minutes. I'm going to start to at least getting up once for the next until Sunday, and then see if I can build on it. So I will also commit.
There we go. There we go. Baby steps. Gotta start, small. Gotta start small.
Yeah.
The monkey
Not an
mind,
hour,
I think, is
but I'm with
crazy.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I think what will help is let's hold each other accountable for that, just to start us off and get it going. Because you will definitely see a difference. I can guarantee you with the mind, especially like I said, when we're so go all the time in our business, we need something to kind of just turn that off for even 2 minutes or 5 minutes. And in the beginning, I just said 2 minutes, and I realized how calm my mind was, right? And Monica, you do this too, the meditation, and even Tess does this. You will see how the 2 minutes can lead on to 20 minutes of just focused mindset, focused energy. Just it'll keep you focused. And then, of course, Sandra, you just did a poll with the focused mindset of let's take a look at that and see what that looks like.
Hold on. So this is the poll. I don't do meditation yet. I haven't tried that yet. I'm always been checklist in order of priority every day. So I think it definitely comes to a point, like what Tessa said, it comes to a point that it made me anxious. It somehow there are days that it burns me out, because like there's just so many things to do. The go-getter in me, the driver in me, like just I want to do it all. But as you go through the day, you realize oh gosh, that's not possible. Right. And I feel like I end up disappointing myself, and I feel like disappointing people that I work with as well. So
here's a question. When you say that, Sandra, is something to think about, that are you really disappointed in not accomplishing what you had an end goal to? Like today on my checklist, I have this, and this, and this, and this to do. Yeah. But we have to also step back and realize life gets in the way. We get in the way. Like yesterday, I could not keep my eyes open on looking at all my emails. I was so drained. And even though I did the meditation, that still, didn't help me, because I was just mentally exhausted. You see, in our business, it's not only physical exhaustion that we do to ourselves, running around, showing homes, doing this, doing that, whatever we do as a realtor, as business owners here. But it's also about, how exhausted do you get mentally? True. And what do you do about that mental exhaustion? See, one of the biggest problem that we have is that we hold ourselves so highly accountable to our own self that we are our worst enemy. And that's what my dad used to tell me every time, that you are your worst enemy, honey. You got to take a step back. And even though you're doing the meditation, you're not doing a focused meditation. And the reason why I can tell you're not doing a focused meditation is because you're mentally still exhausted. So Gus, when you do your meditation, right, and you, like you said, you're so distracted with everything and you're not focused. You're focused on so many different things, yet you feel you're not focused. How do you bring it back all in and say, okay, I need to calm the mind down mentally, right? And so yesterday was a thing for me, that because I was so tired mentally, I just took a nap. I just literally went in. And then, of course, the whole day was shot because I took a nap, like Monica, I can't wake up right away. I just had to shut it down. I couldn't respond to anyone. That's where, how mentally exhausted I was. So to avoid that part, I have to do baby steps every single day. Meditation was not only good enough anymore. I have to increase it up now, the 2 minutes, the 5 minutes, the 10 minutes, so increase meditation. And that'll keep the focus.
Do focus meditation.
Yeah, focus meditation, yeah.
Is meditation, because since I haven't done this yet, is like meditation subjective? Like it can be anything, or does it have to be a yoga or?
I'm gonna pull up my Calm app, and that's what I'm looking for right now. My Calm app is right here, and basically what it does for me is you have different options in this. You have your sleep, you meditate, your music, you go into meditation, and it has anxieties, beginners right there at the top, right? And whatever I'm feeling that day, I will click on it, and it even has stress. It has, it just keeps going. And then sleep, anxiety, beginners, stress, work, whatever you feel that particular moment, just grab that and do that exercise and see what happens.
And my meditation.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, sometimes they have guided meditations, but also you can just do your own meditation, whatever you're feeling. But I love the Calm app, but I also love Deepak Chopra, who she's talking about. And I swear by him. And he offers, especially when the pandemic first started, he started offering with Oprah. They had a free 21-day meditation series that they offered, and they actually offer that every so often. They're still doing it. So I highly recommend that. Check out their app, and you can just download the free meditations every day. He releases a new one, and his voice is so calming too. It's amazing.
I did that 21-day, and it was amazing. But this is one of the books that I read, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And I am so much, this is Deepak Chopra right here. And I just love this book because it will ground me to the spiritual laws, the different types of laws that it has. It's, and this will really just keep me grounded when I just want to open up things. And then of course I have all my different affirmations throughout my office. I have this little thing every morning. I will see what the universe wants to tell me, and I'll just pull up from the middle of the deck and see what exactly is going on and what's meant to be, for the day. And so, something like this will come up, and I'll focus on it. I'll read it, and I'll say, okay, now and then it's good to pause in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy. So if there are challenges that I'm facing, is this something the universe is trying to tell me? You see, I'll do nuances like this just to kind of keep me going mentally, and kind of distract myself on focusing on, all the clutter of the day or whatever that might be. And, like Tessa said, take a walk, go out in the fresh air and get some fresh air. That's something else I do to come back to focused energy, and stay focused on what my goal is for the day.
That is a good thing. I think we like to create a group for this so that we all stay accountable, right? Janki, Gus, Courtney, Monica, Tessa, Kay, so we all can be accountable, like what we're already doing to, to have that focused meditation, and how it already has affected us. And so that, so I think we'll have a group solely for this so we can all be accountable, and then eventually everybody else can join into. So last poll here. So since we've already discussed this, what we could do, the meditation, and we will try it for sure, Gus, right? We'll try it, Courtney. We'll try it like the 2 minutes a week, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, I think is doable. Right? Very doable.
Start small, baby steps. I promise you, it'll help. I want to hear
you too, right, Sandra? You too, right?
Yes. Because the time I'm a doer though. I'm very Case here is also my personal coach. So we've done well, this is another topic, but I've done a test called Clifton Strength. It's by Gallup, and in my Clifton Strength, responsibility is my second strength. So I really am, because it's my strength. It's because it's who am I. It's my DNA. Most often than not, I will do what I set out to do. And I end up, like what Janki said earlier, and we've also already discussed it, sometimes ourselves is our biggest enemy too, because of who we are. And instead of it working with us, for us, it's working against us. Because, like, for example, I have a high strength and responsibility. Before Case became my coach, there were times before that I had kept on doing everything else, like literally everything else, that I'm losing focus on what do I really need to do, right? Because I just kept on doing everything else, and it's just really going to stress me out. So, and
self-care should be a huge priority for you, Sandy. Even though you feel like you have all these checklists that you have to do, if you're not okay, like your mind, your mindset, it'll affect your work, it'll affect everything. So you have to prioritize time every day if you can, even like just 2 minutes. Just start there, 2 minutes a day. I promise you it'll help. Just the deep breathing, just centering yourself, listening to calm music, taking a quick walk. I promise it'll help.
And a lot of times we say, the 2 minutes, no, I don't have time. No, I don't have time. Guess what? Make the time for this brain muscle. Like Monica just said, it is the biggest muscle you have, yet it is the strongest and the most important muscle that you have in your body. So guess what? If you don't exercise it, if you don't bring in energy to it, and you don't, give it vitality that it needs, it's going to diminish very quickly because of the nuances we have on a daily basis. So how do you keep that going? Not only do you do your meditation, early morning meditation is so vital. You could do meditation any time of the day, but if you do it in the morning, there's some kind of calmness to it. It's a different feel. I do meditation, throughout the day, just to breathe. And Gus, I remember you asking, what is it? What is it? What do you do? Do you just inhale, exhale? It's not only about inhaling and exhaling. It's about calming your mind. It's about your body posture. It's about making sure that from head to your spiral, you're sitting straight, and you are actually uplifting your body and putting your palms out like this. There's different ways of the meditation. Which finger you touch is going to be important during meditation. If you're going to go palm up or palm down, what are you saying to the universe at that point? No, I don't want what I'm about to manifest or think about. Or yes, I do want to manifest. You see, in the mini manifestation book that I read, and I'll bring it the next time, it teaches us, why is it important to do what we do? And why is it important to call it out to the universe while you're meditating? And why do I do it between 3 and 5:30 is because that is the best time that, is everything around you is calm. And so that calmness comes within you. And that's when you're ready. And after that is done for me, it starts my day off, on a positive path. Casey, you agree with me?
Good thing. So well, Janki, good point. Now I want to share this last poll and see if any of these 4 we're still looking to have, or if we have already achieved that it's somehow. So let's see. There you go. See it? So question here is, what would you what more of it do you like to achieve? So I'm not sure if we have already achieved all of it or some of it. Oh. Sometimes I feel like I want to hear.
I know it's hard
Okay.
to choose one.
Yeah. Okay. So I think all of us here have already answered. So let's see. Let me share the result. Okay, so it's a tie between time, focus, and who else? Who answered the others?
I did.
Oh, well, I guess because you already have the time and the focus and the energy. Because
I'm working more towards it. But the reason I chose other is because I don't need extra time. I focus on what is needed because of my checklists. And then I am, in fact, I have time. Like after 4 o'clock, I'll be like, okay, what do I do next? Oh, time to cook. Let's do that. Or time to do that. You know, it's the time is not the problem. The focus is not the problem for me. The energy is, I've got the energy. And because of course I work out, or, you know, I do the deep Pilates or whatever that keeps me focused in my physical realm. It's finding, it's not even time for me. It's, I want to spend more and more time with my children, which they don't have the time to spend with me. That's my problem. They don't have the time. So that's why I chose others, is because I have the time, I have the focus, and I have the energy to do more. But do I really want to focus all of that on doing more work-related items? Or do I want to do what I'm passionate about? It's helping others in their growth of business? Or is it what, right? So time, focus, and energy is not my issue.
That is a goal for me too, darling, because I feel like most of the time I feel like I don't have the energy. I don't know how many of us feel that.
I did before.
Yeah,
Monica, did you ever feel like you don't have the energy to do things?
Yes.
Oh, like, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I still sometimes feel like that I don't have the energy to do things. And then I have to just, you know, adjust and see what's off balance in my life. You know, sometimes it's what I'm eating. Sometimes it's not getting enough exercise, you know, other things. So yeah, I can only choose one thing on that poll. So focus is always, you know, focus over energy. But yeah, definitely energy too. Told you I had 6 kids, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I mean, they're all adults. They're all adults now, but you know,
been there, done that.
Wow, that is amazing. That is really awesome.
It is.
For me, I feel like there's not enough time in the day each day. I feel like the time flies by for some reason. And I don't know if I just need to wake up an hour earlier and just, you know, that's one thing I'm going to try and say that I'm going to do to hold myself accountable for the next time. Maybe wake up an hour earlier and try, because I always try to do my meditation in the morning, but most of the time it doesn't happen. So it ends up happening later in the day. But like you said, since it's so much more beneficial in the morning, or you feel better to start your day, I'm going to try and wake up an hour earlier, start the day an hour earlier. That way I can focus and get more accomplished throughout the day and not feel like the day flies by so quickly.
Have you guys read the Miracle Morning? You guys know the Miracle Morning series?
Yes.
So the Miracle Morning is just really a great for people who want to get up and start earlier in the morning. Yeah, is that for real estate agents?
No, this is just Hal's, just the regular Miracle Morning book.
Yeah. So I love the Miracle Morning. When I first got it, I'm thinking, okay, so he's giving me all these extra things that I have to do in the daytime, you know, and in the morning, what is this? But I went through it, and it really is a great book, especially for people who have a difficult time getting jump started in the morning. His Saber's routine is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm starting it, so good to know.
Yeah.
It's on Audible too.
Yeah. I don't have a problem in the morning. You know, years ago I did, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, when I lost everything, and you know, when we had to move here, and it was just so much I was going through. And then coming here and facing all the challenges that I faced, and not being able to be accomplished, I didn't have the focused mindset at that time, and I didn't have the energy to continue fighting. There were times when I thought about, well, is it time to commit suicide at this point, you know? So there were lots of things that went on in my mind because again, remember, I came here with $1,500. I don't know how many of you have heard my story, but yeah, I came here with $1,500 from, this is just about, 7 years ago, when we moved from New Jersey, when the crash happened in 2008 and 9. Yeah, I lost my home. I lost almost 500,000 in my 401k due to the crash. And I had 2 kids and a dog, and I better not think of anything negative, but yet the mind kept on thinking, let me just give up. Let me just give up. And I had to come back and, realize that that's not the option for me because I have too much writing. I wasn't on a go at that time. It was like, okay, what do I need to do in order to change this right here and to change my thought process? I didn't have time to continue thinking negative and stay negative. And meditation was my only savior. No therapy worked, nothing worked because I was always fighting everything. And it was going back into meditating and, staying focused. And then I started processing energy through it and manifestation through it. And trust me, you guys, it really does work. It really worked. So
I think we better do that, Gus and Courtney. We better start trying the meditation and in the morning as well. Try it in the morning, right? Like what Tessa do as well, that she doesn't hold her phone for when she wakes up, that she doesn't check out her phone or not. I know, Gus, you're already doing that, right? You have a time block where you don't really check your phone. Just
I don't have notifications on. That's what I do. Actually, I hadn't even thought about that, but I not every night. But there are nights when I'll leave my phone charged in my office because it's just more the charger's like very right next to where I am. I hadn't thought that's such a really good thing. I actually going to try and do that more often because even though your notifications are off, you still nothing stops you from opening up and looking for things, right? So
airplane mode, Gus. Airplane mode. That's what I do.
As you better. Well, no, but there's a way to turn. It's almost like airplane mode to where it won't even show you the graphical notifications. It won't buzz or ring, but it won't even show you the little check marks either, which is also very distracting for me. Like, hey, I've got a messenger message there. I can just go look and get my fix, right? It's a little bit like that for me.
It's like coffee in the morning. It's your.
It's the what's the like dopamine? What
endorphin.
You get that face
Adrenaline rush.
I see it so differently now, and I'm coming from a high tech background. I think these are great tools, but they can. It almost feels like you're like a I don't want to offend anyone, but like a trained pet. It seems like, right? If you are hooked so easily by these tools. So it's really changed my perspective. All the stuff on the media about social media and how those dopamine reactions, endorphin reactions. That this is it's training you to be that way, right? So my mindset has changed a lot. So I really want to focus on within, right? Like my thoughts and being a little bit more comfortable with letting my mind kind of wander and be bored a little bit, right? Which is why meditation has been so challenging for me, that I've realized I'm very uncomfortable with letting my mind wander and just do nothing. It's really hard for me. It's like, like scratching a whiteboard. It's like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's practice, but I'm hearing you guys. I'm thinking, I guess I just got to start with a little bit, right? Not, try to eat up. I think when I started meditation, I was trying to do like 10-minute meditation. And that was impossible.
2 minutes.
It was really hard. It was really hard.
Yeah.
So
well,
2 minutes should be easier.
Yes, it was awesome talking to each one of you guys. Thank you so much for coming here today. And let's keep it going, Sandra. Let's see where we can go next with this, right?
Yeah,
right.
We'll create
2 minutes. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Correct. We'll
Thanks,
create
everybody. Thanks so much, Janki.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll create the group for this. I'll invite everyone. So thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.